Hey Bay fans, Professor K here, and today we're Bay making again. So last video I went through my software of 3D models and showed you guys my 3D models I made. Well, today we're going to be finishing and improving one design and creating a whole second design. But before we get into that, I would like to show you how to make your own Beyblades. So first things first, you gotta choose a spin direction. Now to explain this, I'm gonna use two Beyblades in my collection. And for this, I'm gonna use my Sparking Bays, Super Hyperion, and Mirage Fafnir. So first things first, you pick the spin direction. Do you want it to be a right clockwise spin, where the blades are pointing that way and it spins like this? Or do you want to pick an anti-clockwise bay that spins like this? Now these are a lot more rare because there's not as many left spin bays as there are right spin, as most bays are either mostly right spin, some are left spin, some are dual spin where they can spin both directions. And then the second part to it is choosing generation. Now, there's multiple generations of Beyblades. The Dynamite, Sparking, Turbo, X, all sorts of Beyblade types. Well, generations. And then there's the type chart. Hold on. So, there's 4 types in Beyblade. Attacks, types which are fast, hard hitters. They're really short, but they lose stamina quickly. Defense types, they're slow, they're tall, they have pretty good stamina, and they're really bulky and absorb attacks. Stamina, they're slow, they're really tall, they have really high stamina, as their name suggests, and they're made to outlast everyone. Balance types, my favorite typing. They have medium speed, because you can change it. They have changeable height. And they have changeable stamina. Everything about them is changeable. So, I'm going to be showing you how to improve upon designs. So this is my mate Amy's custom Beyblade Steaming Diestro. It's a stamina type. It's a Sparking Bay. So far, I'm keeping the core and the chip the same. I'm only modifying the layer and chassis, which I have not started on. So if you have any ideas for the chassis, then please let me know in the comments. But yeah, so this is the design so far. This Beyblade is based off of the class 444 Diestro. So the idea I've had for it to improve display, also yes, this is touchscreen, is I'm going to smoothen out some of these edges to make it more circular. Right, oh, I should not have done that. So first things first, I'm adjusting these bits to be a bit more rounded. So I'm going to do it here. So instead of having it that long, I'm going to half it to around here. And now I'm going to measure dimensions. And now I'm going to do the same here. Is roughly half it. Measure it, and if it's not the correct measurements, I will adjust it. So yeah, now this bottom bit will be too tall, so I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to put it to there, making this like that. Now for some reason, right, to fix this, what we're going to do, right, sweet, now that we've done that to establish where their connections go, we can do that. And then connect these all up to where they're supposed to be on the designs. And then voila. So then we can, then to make things, actually no, we're going to keep all the original lines. And then we're going to extrude it. Now I want these to be taller than the main walls by a little bit. Like that. Don't mind the gaps, those gaps are really not fixable for some reason. It's fine, there's gaps in some of the other models. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fillet all of the rough edges to make this more round. And by making this Beyblade more round, there'll be less air resistance. And if you don't know what air resistance is, then I will search it up. Yeah, air resistance is the friction caused by air particles colliding with a moving object. So in our case, this is the moving object. And voila, there's that smoothing out. But now we're going to chamfer it. And we're just going to select these bits here. And then, yeah, we'll do these bits later on. So far, the Beyblade looks like this. Next up, we're going to create a whole new sketch. Make a secondary circle smaller here. And then we'll go create a copy of the original outside shape on the inside. Like that. Voila. Now, sometimes what you have to do so that time we managed to get the shape we wanted. Now it's okay if it doesn't come out the exact same as the other one, because what we can do here is go on to the measurements here. For example, this is 572. And then we go here. Five, 7, 2. And we just adjust them. $18.993. $18.993. So yeah. But for now, but yeah, so this is how you create a top design. For now, I'm going to keep it like this because I think it looks good like that. Yeah, it's about right. And voila, and then you have space for stickers. Now the underside is a lot harder to do, but you won't really see it. And as like most actual Sparking bays, the inside of their layers are really thin, so there's no space for design on the underside anyways. So I'm not going to be worrying about the underside. So yeah. So I just realized. So you won't know what this is from, but I used to use this same template for my cousin's design. Before I finished it. And basically, when I finished his design, I didn't get rid of those lines. And voila. So yeah, that is Steaming Diestro updated and improved. If you have any other suggestions, please let me know in the comments. I will speak to you in the next video. Goodbye. Goodbye.